It's time for round three of our Tuesday afternoon. Ho, ho, ho. Yeah, that's right. We're getting down to the beat down. It's fighters all day long right here on the Logan Summit Show. And I am, of course, Logan Summit. All right, who wants to have some fun? Let's get down and break forth that rhythm in the rhyme. It's time for the Logan Summit Show. And of course, we're sponsored by Newer. Newer. Hey, do you have pro gear at amateur pricing? Would you like pro gear at amateur pricing? Are you an amateur content creator? Are you a pro content creator? It doesn't matter what kind of content creator you are. Just go to newer.com. Use code Logan. You're going to save yourself that do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Everybody could use a little bit of that money in their back pocket where it belongs. And yes, you can find the link to Newer right here in the description of this video. All right, without further ado, let's say hi to our next fighter today. He is 4-0, and he hails from South Carolina. What's that?
Oh, you can hear that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let me move. Things
Was
on,
that a drone? What's over your head?
no, that's not a drone. I'm out here working right now,
Oh,
and
it sounds like a drone. Anyways,
yeah,
all
yeah.
right. All right.
Is it
This
too loud?
is
Do you need me to move?
No, you're okay for right now. It
Okay.
was too loud, which is why I stopped, but you're all right.
Oh, okay. Just let me
Steven!
know.
He's outside right now, landscaping Thomas! I assume that's what you're doing.
No, I mean, yeah, I'm actually working in an apartment right now.
Oh, all
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Well, Steven, thanks for being here. You're currently 4-0,
yeah,
which means you're on a 4-win streak right now, 4-fight win
yeah,
streak. Your career has been pretty parodied right now. You've got two first round TKO finishes, and you have two decision finishes as well. By the way, I want to point out your decision finishes are by some of the best names ever. You have Lord God Parnell,
Oh
Parnell
yeah,
and
yeah,
Kelvin Kibler. Those are the two. I hope that Lord God Parnell's middle name was Oh Jesus. Lord God, oh Jesus.
yeah,
I mean, that would have been just perfect. But
yeah,
Kelvin Keebler as well. Wow. What a couple
yeah, yeah,
names you got going there.
yeah.
And
Interesting name.
right? Now you're going to be fighting Devin Parrish, and he is currently 5-0 on a fight win streak as well. One of you is going to come out with their first loss.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, how do you feel about
Yeah.
that?
Uh, I mean, hey, it's boxing,
Yep.
Um, yes, somebody got to lose, somebody got to win. No matter what happens, you got to keep going. So, you know,
And are you prepared to bring this to victory? Is your hand going to be the one held high?
yeah, man. I mean, that's what I've been training for. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going in there to lose. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't going there to lose. There's no way. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, no, definitely. No, you don't want to get punched in the face and lose. I mean, if you got to
uh,
get punched in the face, you want to win, right?
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Yeah, like, if you're gonna get hit, man, you might as well give it your all that night.
That's
You
right.
know what I'm
And you know
saying?
what?
Yeah.
Christy Martin Promotions isn't the place to joke around. Obviously, if you don't know who Christy Martin is, just go to Netflix. You can check out a really great documentary about her in the
Yeah.
untold section of your Netflix. Christy Martin's a legend. A
Yeah, yeah,
legend.
she is.
I mean, she was all these female boxers that are making that dough finally making that money. They
Mhm.
owe it to Christy Martin for bringing
Yeah.
bringing women to the forefront of boxing. What's it like being able to work with her and her promotion?
That's pretty cool. It actually just like came about just because my coach he found the fight for me, and then it kind of just happened real suddenly. So I thought that was real dope when I found out that it was Christy Martin's promotion. So I was like,
Mhm.
it'd be real cool to fight on there.
Yeah. Now, are you currently in South Carolina?
Yeah, yeah, I am. Yep.
So, are you born and raised there? Have you ever left
Yeah.
for training or anything, or do you primarily stick
No,
to South Carolina?
I mean I've went a few places like to like spar and stuff, but yeah, I mean I've born and raised here. You know, but yeah.
What's the best part about living in South Carolina as a fighter?
Uh, as a fighter, um, I don't know. Maybe I gotta figure that one out. But I mean, so far, like overall, I'll say personally, I feel like a lot of people, at least people I deal with, are real cool, real tight knit. So people kind of treat each other like family. Of course, everybody's not gonna get along. There's gonna be people that butt heads, but
Right.
I say as it pertains to me, I get along with a lot of people, and it's real cool. Like I can hit anybody up and like set up a sparring session or get some help from somebody or go help people out. So
That's great.
yeah.
What gym are you currently fighting out of?
White Rock Boxing Gym. Yeah, yeah, and
And you
shout out to
guys,
Billy Stanek.
there you go.
He's the guy that owns the gym. He's been real supportive of me. He's a real good guy, real humble guy. He's part of the reason I was able to get this fight too. So yeah, Billy Stanek. Yep.
That's huge. You know, you got to
Yeah.
have people in your corner, figuratively and literally, there supporting you the entire way. Literally talk about this every single. It seems like every single interview around here at
Yeah.
the Logan Summit Show. We say it takes a village to create a fighter. At the end of the day, you're in there by yourself, but it takes all those people around you to support you, push you, motivate you, mentor you, and give you the right directions and the tools that you need to be successful in the ring. You can't do it by yourself, so that's great.
Yes, sir.
So, have you had a chance to look at any of Devin Parrish's tape?
Yeah, I seen like one fight that was on YouTube. Um, and I think I seen a clip of something else, and that's pretty much it.
What are you seeing out of his tape that you think you can exploit and use to gain to your advantage?
Man, I don't know if say everything that would.
Oh,
But I mean, it's just nothing too crazy. I mean, seems like a real strong guy, a real solid guy. Seems like he got solid fundamentals, come forward type of fighter. You know, I didn't do like I wasn't too much looking into besides that. Like feel like just give it a real good fight. Really, you just come in shape and box around that. Like you know honestly, I didn't really do too much looking in besides that, and also because like a lot of people, like a lot of boxers that's starting out their career, fighting certain people. So until you fight somebody that's really in there, ready to really throw their hands back, you're not really gonna. That's when you really see how somebody fights and boxes.
hmm
But he looks like a real strong, solid fighter. But you're gonna look a certain way against certain guys, so you only take what you see with a grain of salt, based on who they fought.
hmm Well,
And
Devin is.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you good.
Okay. I was just going to say he's currently 5-0. You're currently 4-0. He's from Chi-Town. You're from South Carolina. Somebody's going to come in there and end up with a loss on their record, but that is the way the ball bounces, G. That
Yep.
is the fight game. But here's the thing. How you doing on weight? Are you walking around good? If the fight was tomorrow, it's on Saturday, but if the fight was tomorrow, would you be able to get in there and do it?
Oh yeah. If I was Mario, yeah, I'm good, and I feel good. Been pushing myself like like harder than I've been pushed. My coach been pushing me real hard. Just make sure I'm pretty much, just staying in shape, feeling good. Like, I pretty much stay, in shape most of the time. So it's not that hard to when a fight comes up to just get right back in the swing of things.
That makes sense. Is there anything in this training camp that you focus on as opposed to some of the other camps that you've done?
Um, added a few things here and there because I'm still kind of early in my boxing career. So
Yes, you are.
I'm still learning things here and there. So just little small things like sharpening up as far as like during sparring and just little things really, but but really make sure you're keeping up the conditioning, eating right, um uh watching like older fights, something like that, trying to pick up different things.
What are some of the fights that you've been looking at?
Like one fight watched recently was James Tony versus what's it called? That his name. Matter of fact, it was when he was heavyweight versus Rodman. I forgot you saying his name. I don't know if
That's
I'm
okay.
pronouncing that right. But it was just like just watch certain fights just for certain reasons.
Hey, as a
Just like
commentator, for USA Boxing and other fight leagues, I do the same thing before I go in. I watch older fights just to Just to see. I also watched the biggest fights just to see, how the promotions were, how the production was, all those
Yeah,
sorts of
yeah,
things. You can learn a lot just by going back, because if you never check out what happened in the past, you'll never be able to see what's going to happen in the future.
yeah,
So I like that about you being able to go back and check out boxing's history, because it is an illustrious history. And
yeah.
if you
It
want
is.
to, and if you want to get into heavyweights, as you were saying when Tony was a heavyweight. Did you know that there is only one heavyweight that ever retired with an undefeated record, heavyweight champion, that ever retired with the belt and as a undefeated champion?
No, I did not know that. Who's that?
From Brockton, Massachusetts, Rocky Marciano. Yeah, he's the only one.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. Yeah, yeah.
Is
For sure.
48-0 with 43 KOs.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, that is crazy. Also, Marvin Hagler comes from Brockton, Massachusetts as well, which is the site of the very first boxing match I ever watched. Yes, I was in Brockton, Massachusetts. I don't know
Yeah.
why, but I was. And I watched Sugar Ray Leonard against Marvin Hagler in World War II. I think I was in like second grade when it came out, but damn, that was a fight. Whew.
Yeah.
How
That's
you
dope.
feel about Sugar Ray Leonard? You ever watch any of his stuff?
Yeah, yeah, of course, yeah. And then of course, I mean, if you're on social media and your algorithm shows boxing, you're always gonna see highlights and stuff of him and little history things. But yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, he's amazing fighter.
he's also a great ambassador for the sport.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
when I was at ESPN, Riddick Bowe was fighting for defending his heavyweight championship belt down at Mohegan Sun, and I was sitting around going, man, I'd really like to go to this fight. And Jason Jackson, who now does the play-by-play for the Miami Heat, who is the host of the show, comes by and he goes, why don't you just call and ask for tickets? And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, you can just call and tell them who you are and ask for tickets, and they will give them to you. They'll give you press passes. And I was like,
Wow.
really? And I called up my friends. I'm like, all right, who wants to go? And so I got 4 press passes. Sure enough, they gave them to me. And I told my
Wow.
friends, I'm like,
Yeah.
act like you've been here before. We got to act like we're like somewhat serious.
Yeah, yeah.
And we
That's
sit down in
crazy.
press row, and guess who comes by? Yep,
Oh,
Sugar Ray Leonard. Man,
wow.
comes by
Yeah.
shaking everybody's hand, just being the hostess with the mostest, so to speak. What a great ambassador for the sport, and on
Yeah.
top of it, another great boxer as well.
Yeah. For sure.
All right. So, would you like to make a prediction?
uh no, not really. I mean, I'm prepared to do whatever it takes to come out there to win. So no really prediction you know. But
What's the strongest part of your game? The one that what's the part of your game that you think will propel you to ultimately being victorious?
mm, strongest part, I like fighting, so I'm not
All
coming out.
right.
I'm not coming down there to lay down. You know what I'm saying? That's probably the strongest part of my game. I'm not in there to waste time. You know what I'm
All right.
saying? Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, your 2 TKOs were in round 1, so you knew how to get it done. And I think one of them, I do believe against Aaron Ravenel, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I
Mhm.
think you got him out in one punch. I think it was like 8 seconds or something like
Yeah,
that.
something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was something
I
absolutely
think that,
crazy.
yeah, that was the body shot. Yeah.
Oh, you wrecked his liver with one shot. Sent him. Did he do the? That's
No,
from Mike.
no,
That's
no.
from Mike Tyson's punch out. You give him the liver
Yeah.
shot. They go, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
old. I'm 46, bro. I'm super
yeah.
old.
I remember that game though.
Great game. Great game. You ever beat
Yeah.
it?
I never really played it. I watched like my dad and stuff play it.
All right, fair enough. You'll have to go back and
Yeah,
and beat Mike Tyson just so you can say it like in casual conversation. Yeah, I beat Mike Tyson,
yeah,
bro. It's
yeah,
cool.
yeah,
It's cool.
yeah.
All right. So here's the part of the conversation where you get to talk about whatever you like. You want to thank your parents. You want to thank your coaches. You want to thank your sponsors. You want to talk to companies that you would like to have sponsor you. You want to talk about your favorite video game. I don't care. You want to, whatever you want. This is your time. Go for
Okay.
it.
Yeah, I just pretty much want to, shout out to White Rock Boxing Gym. Everybody over there is like family. Shout out my coach. He's been, a real big help. Shout out Billy Stanek. Been real supportive of me. Throughout this. Like I said, he was a big reason. Saying I'm able to fight now, and then just been real supportive and helpful. And and everybody else, they know I appreciate them.
All right. Well, it's always good to be appreciative. Is there any like if we were to go into your house, is there anything that you use on a regular basis that you're like, man, I wish these people would sponsor me?
Mm, nah, I don't know. I don't know.
Hey, somebody said Oreos the other day, so feel free to get
Oreos.
crazy. Yeah.
Let's see. Let's see. What's something I like? Uh, I don't know, man. I ain't. I like smoothies. Maybe like Smoothie King. Like I
Yeah,
don't know.
Smoothie
Like
King. There you go.
yeah, yeah. I
Let's
don't know.
go.
Yeah.
Yo, Steven
Actually,
Smoothie King
yeah,
Thomas. It rolls. We'll put it on the
yeah.
shorts and everything.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, man. You got real good energy too, man.
Oh, thank you very much. I
For sure.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm here for. Energy, entertainment, and enthusiasm. Yo,
Appreciate it.
the other day I had to do a USA boxing commentary for 4 hours by myself.
Dang. Four
Yeah,
hours.
dude didn't show up, right? And USA Boxing makes you take a 20-minute intermission in the middle. And I'm using
Yeah.
the bathroom, and the bathroom's just for judges, talent, kind of. And there's this older judge. Like, I mean, I'm 46, but he's like 66, 76, like that, right? And
Yeah.
he looks over at me and he goes, I've never seen anybody commentate boxing by themselves. You're crushing it. You're crushing it right now. And I was like, thank you. Thank you very much. They actually gave me a
Yeah.
bonus for the other dude not showing up and me not being scared. Don't
Wow.
and that's another you know what, that's a really good life lesson. Don't
Yeah.
be scared when opportunity rears its ugly head.
Mm.
Even if in the back of your mind you're like, I don't know how I'm going to pull this off, I don't know how I'm going to do it, it's a good learning experience for you. And you know what, just don't say no to opportunity. Figure it out. You
Yeah.
can do it. I believe in you. You can figure it out. And that's,
Yeah.
I guarantee you, the Wright brothers were like, we got to build a plane that's going to fly. Well, they figured it the out.
Yep.
And you
Figured
can
it
too. I
out.
believe in you, right? All
Yes,
right,
sir. Yep.
let's get to it. It's time. Well, before we get to that, let's do this. Let's promote the fight one more time. Christy Martin Promotions, May 17th. That's actually Friday. I said it was going to be on Saturday. It's Friday. Bad host, bad host, bad host. All right. And you will be fighting none other than Devin Parrish, who I interviewed the other day. It's 4-0 against 5-0. Somebody will get their first loss. And you know what? Somebody's going to be able to use this as a learning experience. And hopefully you won't be using your tears to salt your fiery Cheetos while asking your mama, where did it all go wrong? But somebody will be on the loser end of this equation. And it's time for 5 questions. It's exactly that. It's
Uh-oh.
5 questions. And it is brought to us by Newhouse. If you need some home decor, some office decor, if you're sitting in a gaming chair, you should be sitting in a boss chair. Go over to newhouse.com. Use code Logan Radio Rocks. It's going to save you that money, 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 money. And yes, I know what you're thinking. You can find the link in the description of this video. All right, we've got Stephen Thomas here. You got a nickname, Stephen?
No, I don't.
Oh,
Yeah, I
I
don't.
need
Like
to.
people, they're trying to say like certain things in the gym, but like I didn't want anything to be like forced. So I'm like, if I never had one, I'll never have one. It's all good.
Yeah, if it happens, it happens.
If it happens, it happens. Yeah.
Fair enough. I've given 2 fighter nicknames in my time. One was when I was at ESPN. I gave a dude Juan in a Million. I think his name was Alvarez or something like that. Juan in
Yeah,
a Million.
one.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then the other day, we have this heavyweight fighter who was in here, great guy, fighting out of Lake Tahoe. And he kept saying, I'm going to be fire. I'm going to be fire. And I was like, yeah, your new nickname's in Fuego. Let's go. You know, just
That's
just
crazy.
sometimes it's right in front of you. You just got to pull it
Yeah.
down off the tree, you know?
Yeah.
All righty. Let's get to it. Question number 1.
I thought that was question number 1.
No. This is question number 1.
All right.
I say 5 questions, but it can be 25 questions as far as I'm concerned.
All right. All right.
Who was your favorite fighter growing up?
Favorite fighter. Growing up, I really didn't have one growing up. If I'm being honest.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't.
When did you start watching fights then?
I remember I was young, but I was I forgot. You used to have free fights that came on this one channel. Forgot what it was, but I don't remember none of the fighters that were there. But I know it was boxing. I just watched it, and I know it was like smaller, smaller promotional companies.
So who got you into the fight game?
Um, well, what kind of got me into it? Probably, I'm not gonna lie, probably because I was watching probably seen a boxing movie and it probably got me interested in it. But I used to watch a lot of like I just like combat overall. So I used to
Mhm.
watch a lot of like older like kung fu movies and because of my like my uncles and my dad. And then what else? And then I like first time I really did it like I did like wrestling in middle school. I
Mhm.
just like wanted to do combat, and then after that I wanted to do boxing, but my mom she didn't want me to do it. So I started when I got a car and I was able to, you know, like take myself to the gym and start boxing,
Okay.
around like,
You know,
you know,
yeah, your driving
but
age. I'm hoping you
yeah.
weren't stealing cars and going to the gym.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Now, my mom was the exact opposite. My mom hated that I was into professional wrestling as a kid. So you know what she did? She took me to the
What?
Y and signed me up for a regular wrestling class. And
Wow.
yeah,
Wow.
and I don't I was in like I was probably in second grade. What
That's
second or
crazy.
fourth? It was like second or fourth grade, one of the two. And she signed me up at the YMCA, and was like, and of course, I'm like, this isn't wrestling, and he's like, no, this is wrestling. And then when
This
you
is
realize
wrestling.
that wrestling is such a base for a lot of combat sports, as I got older, I have continued to wrestle in high school and whatnot. Um,
Yeah. That's awesome.
but
Yeah.
yeah, it's kind of fun. My mom was like, "I'm gonna, you know what? I hate this professional wrestling stuff. I'm gonna show you the real stuff." The
Yeah.
ironic part
Yeah.
about that is when I got to college, I trained as a professional wrestler and became a wrestling manager for NWA and ECW, and traveled
Mm.
around the East Coast and some of the Midwest being a wrestling manager. So
That's crazy.
I.
Yeah.
I never actually asked my mom what she thought of all that, but I'm sure it
Yeah.
wasn't. I'm sure it wasn't very.
Yeah.
She
Came
probably
full
didn't hold
circle.
it in. Yeah, she's like, "Did I do that? Really? Did I
Yeah.
push you into professional wrestling?" Anyways,
Yeah.
all
It's
right.
crazy
So
when you think about
you
it.
grew up watching boxing. You're sitting down in front of the TV watching, just people throw
Watching boxing,
fisticuffs.
MMA, yeah, all that. Yeah.
All right. So which do you prefer to watch? If you had to sit down right now and we had a boxing match and an MMA match, which would you rather watch?
Boxing. Boxing.
Okay.
I can't
The sweet science.
yes, I'm right. 100% boxing. I just as I was growing up and you like a kid and you like watching fighting and stuff. But like, as I've gotten older, I got a different appreciation for boxing overall and like I feel like to a certain extent it takes a bit more like discipline and skill just because since it is limited you have to be good at you know that limitation so yeah boxing 100%.
All right. That's
Yeah.
good. Well, then you're gonna love this next question
All
because
right.
it's a big one. It's a big one.
All right.
The state of boxing. Is boxing
Yeah.
in a good or bad place right now?
um as of recently i
Yes.
I haven't been watching it as much. I watch it just enough but I kind of stayed away from it just because of like not getting so drawn into like the entertainment part of it because I want to stay true to the art. But I say right now it seems like it's shifting more. Seems like it's shifting in a good direction. Like I feel like we're on the upward slope, at least from what I see. Like I know the past couple years, like maybe even 7 years ago, it felt like a downward slope or even a
Mhm.
stalemate type of. But I feel like more fighters are willing to fight each other, and at least on like when it comes to a really high level in the big stages. So I feel like that's gonna slowly kind of disperse, like
Well,
everywhere.
I feel like it's very hard for an average run of the mill fan to get involved in boxing these days. There's so
Mm.
many belts, so many weight classes, and I mean, you got. Are you
Oh, you talking about
unified?
that regard?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, no, no, no. I'm talking. You answered the way you wanted to answer. I'm
Mm.
telling you from my perspective, so that we
Mm.
could talk about it. Now, I'm just saying in general, state of. I mean, let's talk about Jake Paul. At first, because I'm older. At first, I was like, no, man, he's gonna ruin the sport. And my buddy Overt Flow, who fights and is also a part owner of Happy Punch Promotions, he said, no, man, I get what you're saying. But he's bringing eyes to a sport that
Mhm.
for a while there didn't have eyes on it. There was nothing exciting happening in boxing for a long time. And now we've got some things happening. But you're right, it is leaning towards an entertainment factor, which I like. But how do you feel about Jake Paul getting an actual championship match after only having 12 bouts?
Uh, honestly, like if I'm being honest, I don't feel any way about it. I'm not the type to hate on anybody or say like, I say if you get an opportunity, I say that's what's up, man. And then you get money, like I have nothing bad to say about it personally. I know other people probably wouldn't like it, but me, I think it's cool. Like I don't have
Yeah, no,
anything
I
against it.
yeah, Steven is basically saying drink prime, drink prime, drink prime.
I ain't saying all
All
that. I ain't saying
right.
all that.
All right. Question number 5 of our 5 questions.
All right.
Are you scared of losing?
I'm not scared to lose. Nah, it's just fighting. Like it's no, I ain't scared to fight. I'm not scared to lose. Like I'm not even thinking about losing. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It's not even a thought that crosses my mind. You know, just like staying in the present moment, and then when the fight's here, and do what I got to do to come out to win. You know, like that's all I'm thinking about.
Mhm.
So no, not scared to lose. That's waste of energy to even be scared to lose. You know, like so man, it's so many other things in life to be like, you know what I'm saying, worried about and like be scared to lose a buck. No, I ain't scared to lose. Like I'm gonna get in there and fight my ass off. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
from where you are, I'd be more scared of copperheads and black widows than I would be of losing, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And wasps. Shit, yeah, shit, yeah. Scared.
Wasps, is that what keeps you up at night? Wasps?
Nah, they don't keep me up at night, but they be pissing me off being out here though. Shit, I ain't gonna lie.
Damn you, wasps!
Like,
All right. Well, Stephen, you are currently 4-0. You will be fighting on May 17th. I believe that's this Friday. I got it wrong before, but I'm old. Things happen.
yeah.
Uh,
No, I think it's Saturday. Listen, I got it wrong. Hold on. I'm
I
pretty sure
thought
that's
it was
Saturday.
Saturday. Then I moved it to Friday.
Yeah,
What
no,
day
that's
is it?
Saturday.
All right, it is Saturday. I got it right the first time.
Yeah, I'm
Let's
about to say, man.
go.
Yeah, I said you just confused me, man. I said, hold up, man. Like,
Yeah, you're like, man, when do I have to be there again?
yeah. That's what I was about to say.
All
Like,
right.
what? Yeah.
It's this Saturday, May 17th. That means Sunday's May 18th.
Yep.
Fantastic for me.
Yes, sir.
Now I knowing's half the battle. Let's go, G.I. Joe.
Yes,
And
sir.
you'll be fighting as part of Christy Martin Promotions, and you'll be fighting the 5-0 Devin Parrish. Hopefully, you'll come out with the W. Not even thinking about the L, which is the way to be focused and the way to be locked in mentally right there. And I'm sure, like you said, you've done the training and you're ready to fight. So physically,
Oh
you're
yeah.
there to stay locked in mentally, and you won't have a care in the world.
Oh yeah. I mean, shoot, I'm putting everything into this, man. Like, yeah. I ain't worried, man. I'm not scared. Nah, being scared is the last thing.
All right. Well, don't be scared, and hopefully, we'll
Nah.
get a chance to talk to you on the other side before your next fight, and we'll be
For
able to
sure.
catch up again and see exactly where you are. I wish you nothing but the best of luck in your career, and I appreciate you being here with me today.
Sure. I appreciate you. I appreciate you for having me, and I love you, man. I appreciate you.
Oh, thanks, man. Well, I appreciate that. Hey, it's all love around here.
Mm.
And I
All
appreciate
right.
YOU for being here as well. We've
So
got 2 more interviews today, 3 down, 2 to go, because,
yeah.
hey, Tuesdays for fighters, apparently. All
Heck
right.
yeah.
Stephen Thomas, May 17th. That's this Saturday. Christy Martin Promotions against Devin Parrish. You'll be able to catch the fight right here on millions.co. So get ready. It's about to go down. And get ready for our next interview coming up in just a little bit. But before that, do me a favor. Be good to yourself and be kind to others. Pay it forward, play it forward. Rock like a party star, party like a rock star. Smile strong, laugh loud. And last but not least, please like, follow, and subscribe so you will know when I'll be back with all the best fighters, musicians, pop culture enthusiasts, entrepreneurs. Yeah, that's right. We don't discriminate around here. If you've got a story to tell, hey, we'll let you tell it. And Steven, best of luck to you. Thanks for being here. And guess what, Steven? You know what
Yeah.
everybody likes?
What? What they
Everybody,
like?
everybody loves a good fight. We'll see you
Oh
next
yeah.
time.
Y'all gonna see one.